Hey guys, I'm going to teach you guys today some stuff you can do with sound in jQuery or JavaScript. So first I'm going to make a form. And within the form we're going to have 3 buttons. I'm going to give this one the ID of play, value of play. So the label over here will display play. We'll give this one the ID of pause, value equal to pause. And I think you guys probably already have an idea of where we're going. Cool. Yep. So now we got 3 buttons, play, pause, and stop. And they don't do anything yet, so we'll change that. And I've imported jQuery and Howler down here, so I can just start writing using jQuery. And within here, we gotta put in a function. Push this down to the bottom. Cool. So now we gotta make a Howler object. And the way we do that is make a variable to store it in, just name it sound. It's equal to a new howl. Alright. And howl and its parameters takes an object, so that's why we have the little curly braces. So we'll just say end of sound. Declaration assignment. Sorry, I kind of like overly comment my stuff, but that's probably alright. So within the object it's going to have a property source. And the most important thing you got to have in there, well, source is the most important thing for help to have basic functionality. And so in the source you got to put in kind of like either like a URL to a sound file that you have, or like a directory on your local computer. And I recommend just having somewhere that you've stored it online. It's just more reliable that way, because you know, if people are using it on a different computer, they don't have the same files as you. Alright, so I'll just copy and paste something I already have. Cool. Alright, and now we have our howl set up. And now we gotta make a way of playing it. So we could just say sound.play, but let's add some interactivity to the buttons. So we'll get our play element, or the element with the ID play, which is this button, and we'll say on click, do this stuff. And it'll be just sound.play. Next thing's almost exactly the same. So when we click pause, we'll perform this function that does sound.pause. Let's make this kind of similar. Alright, next. Stop. When you click it, do this function. Sound.stop. And it's really just as simple as that. Alright. So now, play. Pause. Play again. And stop. And when you stop it, it brings, the play all the way to the beginning. Cool. Alright, sorry for doing that. There's also a whole bunch of other stuff you can do with Howls. I have a link to the GitHub page that goes into more detail, but I will give one extra example. So, in the declaration or assignment, whatever you want to call it, you can add another property called, we'll do onPlay and onStop. 1 second. Make sure you put the commas. Remember, you don't put semicolons inside of these kinds of objects, or well, this kind of object syntax. Alright, so onPlay, we'll do a function. We'll do whatever inside here. So we can say, whenever this sound is played inside the container, we'll just change the CSS of the background image. You can do, whatever you come up with is just an example. You're not limited to just, changing CSS properties. You can make text boxes appear up, or get input, or play even like a different sound at the same time, whatever you want. Let's see. Let me just copy and paste picture I got. Okay, cool. I'm putting a semicolon there because it's technically inside of a function. Alright, that looks right. Similarly, we can have a onStop. And it'll pretty much be the same as this. Instead, we'll just make it be none. Alright. JS. Hopefully this works. Yep. And when I stop it, it goes away. Okay, well, I think that's all for now.